what I want to do is have a look at more affordable ways to make your system for winter hammock camping even warmer. Hi, it's Bex here from channel bexbugoutsurvivor. Now what I have here on me is called a running system. It's something I know works. It's been tested, but is there a way it can be improved for even colder weather than the kit is rated for? It means adding into it. Now I'm using a hammock and top quilt, under quilt. Now I've got a couple of quilts of which we'll look at further into the series, but for now what I want to do is have a look at more affordable ways to make your system for winter hammock camping even warmer. And what I have are two bits of kit to hopefully elevate its already pretty good lower temperature rating for a hammock. In this example I'm using a daisy chain. Okay, now I'm going to come back to the pack and add another 2 layers. These 2 layers I want to work alongside an already running system. Now rather than get another underquilt at a lot of expense, I have bought a 3/4 length inflatable, and again there's always an argument online which is better, an inflatable or an underquilt. I don't think it should be a battle. I think you should have freedom of choice to do what the hell you want with your own kit. So I use both. Now an inflatable like this and an underquilt, both combined, offers a lot of extra insulation for well below zero. And it goes like this. Opens out the hammock as well. Nice open space here. This one's been set out for a diagonal lay, although personally I don't always bother with that. The biggest issue you have in deep winter, it's the air that you're breathing in. If you're breathing in the same air temperature as it is on the outside, every breath is going to be -3, -5 into my lungs, chilling the old heart. That's the temperature of breath that I am breathing in. Kind of pointless having the best insulation. So what I need now is to cocoon myself using my ridgeline, and a simple blanket over here is really going to help keep that cold out, so the air that I'm breathing is a warmer air. Now in order for me to trap warmer air to breathe in, I need to keep the cold away from where I'm breathing, and I am using a USGI poncho liner, but I am using the diagonal corners, and I have tied off, and that is going onto the beaner on the foot end. Identical scenario for the head end. And it's created this cocoon that goes over the SRL and drapes down either side. Now you'll notice there'll be 2 corners. You want the longest corner where you're going to lie. That actually insulates around my feet here, and the same on the other side, helps insulate on the shoulder. There is plenty of ventilation with this. Also, the human body can expel about 1 litre of condensation, so it may just condensate in the night, but it will stop that air vapour breathing it in at something like -3. And I don't want that. I want to be breathing in a warmer air. Now you're going to have to play about with where this is positioned, because your hammock is going to be a different dimension to mine. For instance, mine has gone on to the beaner, but it doesn't have to. For a shorter hammock, I can actually put the blanket straight on to the continuous loop. So it'll give a shorter distance to reach from the beaner to the end of the hammock. And like I said, only you will know the size of your own hammock and your comfort. I'm going to shorten this. Now I've done the same on both sides. I've moved it from its high anchor point here to a much lower one. It's actually encapsulated all the way around an 11-foot hammock. Perhaps yours may not be as long as mine, in which case you just find somewhere else to anchor off to with the actual quilt itself. It's only a thin quilt. It is only designed to encapsulate my breath. You can see there is air ventilation at the top there, a little air gap down there too. Just draped over the ridgeline and connected at both points. This here is just for my lantern, so I don't want my body heat escaping. This encapsulates my body heat. It should permeate my breath, although I do expect it to condensate somewhat. The USGI poncho liner doesn't weigh very much at all. It doesn't take up much room in the pack. Now don't forget, I'm also on top of the inflatable pad as well, so I've got an extra air layer as well as the layer from this underquilt here. I can encapsulate my body heat with this blanket, so I've got a running system with 2 extras. Breathing in the cold air from the ambient air will obviously have to go into your lungs. If you haven't got one of them, then perhaps you might be able to get hold of one of these. It's in one of my pockets here. This is a British Army ski mask. 2 eye holes, and the mouth piece here is completely detachable. So this here is going to trap my own breath. I'm not going to be breathing in the cold air. This will do much the same job as putting a blanket over your ridgeline on your hammock. Only this has more functions. If you like ground camping, this will help a lot, especially bivvy camping if you like a bivvy bag. I'm just going to slip it on. Looks a bit gimpy, but who isn't? Simple, simple, simple. Mouthpiece there. If I breathe in right now, I'm breathing in the same temperature air. Cover it up, and I'm not breathing in that temperature, and it'll keep my ears warm as well. A hat on with this. I can eliminate this part of the blanket if I wanted. Now for a hammock, I like to have a blanket all the way over. It's just comforting more than anything. But a British Army ski mask is going to stop you breathing in the cold air. And if I'm not breathing in the cold air from my mouth, entering my lungs, cooling my heart, cooling my blood, don't breathe in cold air. 2 options I've given you. Blanket up your hammock or blanket up your face, for if you're in a tent or a bivvy bag, however you want to sleep. These nice and cheap, surplus shop, 2 or 3 quid. I'll see you next time.